Hello there, it's Marie here today. Now, I'm quite new to this, and when I started doing this sort of thing, I decided that I was just going to go online from time to time just for a bit of a chat and a blether, and that's what I'm doing now. Um, I will eventually get round to talking about things like well-being issues, um, possibly a little bit of health issues, particularly relating to cancer, which I've been dealing with, and a few people might want to discuss that. But I don't want things to be too. I want things to be uplifting as well, because I'm in a very happy place, and I'd like other people to be in a happy place too. I'd also like to talk about uh, fashion issues, um, glamour, perhaps makeup. A lot of people have problems. They don't know how to do their eyes and stuff like that. And I'd welcome a few tips as well, things like that. Particularly as you get a little bit older, you start getting a wee bit. You get a bit older, and then you start thinking, is it worth it? But I'm telling you, but it is worth it. It's always worth it. I quite like to get up in the morning. Get up in the morning and put a little bit of slap, a little bit, even a little bit of lipstick on, something, something that cheers you up. Um, a little bit of red lippy, red or pink or purple or blue, whatever it is. But things like that, things that help to make you feel more feminine, perhaps. Things that help to make you feel uplifted. So I've touched on um, well-being issues, fashion, health, cancer issues. It could be the state of the world today. A few little comments or on what's happening, what's currently happening. I mean, I don't want us to get too bogged down with what's been happening here. Things like, oh my goodness, knife crime and things like that. But one thing that I would like to tell you is that when I was last on my channel, I mentioned this is about a week ago, and I'd just been down to the Beatson, and I mentioned that this is the hospital near me, that West of Scotland Cancer Care, and it was to get results of my scan. Now I go for scans like every three months or so, and just to let you know that everything was absolutely fine. Everything seems to be fine. It's a long story why I'm getting these scans. I've been getting treatment for cancer for about, oh God, well over 12 years now. Over 12 years. I was diagnosed in 2011, and that's when it was just breast cancer. And unfortunately, it was treated for a few years, for about 5 years successfully. But unfortunately, it came back, and it's now what we call stage 4 cancer, which means it's not, it will never go, but I'll always have to get treatment. Now, at the moment, I'm in some sort of remission, semi remission, which means I'm not getting any treatment because they've decided I don't need it. I don't need chemotherapy. I used to get chemotherapy um, oh, every 21 days, so every 3 weeks. And then lo and behold, about 8 months ago, my doctor said, listen, we've seen a dramatic change in your body. This tumour is inactive. It's a bit like a volcano, and Mount Vesuvius or Mount Etna has gone to sleep. And since it's just sleeping, there's no point in bombarding you with all sorts of obnoxious chemicals. So I don't get any treatment, and that might be hope to for people who are suffering from cancer. Just to let you know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. That you might think to yourself, yeah, this treatment's going to go on and on forever, but no, it doesn't really mean that. But I'll go into that maybe at a future date. I just wanted to sort of get back to you and let you know that everything was fine, and also to let you know that I, I'd like to talk about, I did say I wanted to talk about silly issues as well. Silly issues are just related to what's happening in the world today, or it could be something that just crosses my mind, something that I think is absolutely ridiculous, and I'd like to bring it to your attention and get your comments on it, see what you think, because sometimes we internalize things, don't we? We internalize things and we don't actually tell people. We don't sound off. We don't tell people what we actually think. And internalizing isn't particularly good for mental health. As some of you might know, I used to be a counsellor and hypnotherapist, and I can tell you now, ladies, and maybe the gents that are listening to me, that internalizing causes anxiety and stress. That's why there's so much anxiety and stress in the world today. And I'd like to maybe at a future date talk about anxiety too, and how we can deal with anxiety. Now, we all suffer from anxiety. I've got my ways of dealing with anxiety as well. I mean, it does help if you start from a high bar, if you are usually quite happy, or if you're normally